Hi, Robert Bevan again. Gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce to you a very valued subscriber, but a guy who's become a very good friend as well from the Nepean district, the lower Blue Mountains of Sydney, Mr. Jim Aitken. Jim, welcome to Best Practice TV.
Thank you, Robert. So this is further experience for me.
Well, we'll turn you into an overnight TV star.
That sounds good.
Jim, the years that I've known you, you do a heck of a lot for your local community. I think you're just finishing what is now your 17th year on the local council, including 2 terms as mayor, a lot of charity work. You've got 8, I think it is, residential real estate agency businesses.
Correct, yes.
Got 8 in the district. You also run cafes,
three casual dining places, yeah.
3 cafe casual dining, gift shops.
2 gift shops.
A restaurant. So
yeah.
a man with many, many hats.
And you forgot the local paper.
Oh, and the local paper as well. The local paper as well. And I know of a few other things that you're doing, but very, very interesting businesses. Jim, what's the key to success to run? Because I've seen your figures, and you're running profitable profit centres above 20%. You don't go into business if it's not profitable. What's the key to actually achieving those aims, those goals?
I think it's a process, Robert. I think it's one of earning respect in the community and then trust in business. And I think the fact that you get involved in your community means you're not only there to earn money and to become wealthy. While that happens, it should happen as a byproduct of good service and being a community leader.
So the first aim is not to make 20% operating surplus. The first aim is actually to be an active part of the community.
Customers coming into the shop, then you'll make the money anyway. Don't do it for free, keep your margins, but just earn their respect so they ring you up and they know they're going to talk to somebody who's got some integrity, somebody who's prepared to not have a lower standard in his staff. And it doesn't matter whether they come into casual dining or into real estate. If they have a good experience, it works. It
works. We have behind us here and totally surrounding us a panorama of fantastic murals that depict various parts of Australia. It's not what you typically see attached to a real estate agency. What's the panorama all about, Jim?
Look, the panorama started 20 years ago when I visited Alice Springs and seen the Guff Gallery, which is now not there. And I had this dream, because I had a little bit of art training. I had this dream to build this panorama, but unlike every other one in the world that is one subject, I decided to bring a country into one 360-degree circle, and it has worked.
It certainly has. It's spectacular. You've got the Gold Coast, you've got Port Douglas, you've got Uluru, you've got the 3 Sisters in the Blue Mountains, you've got the city of Sydney. What else? I've missed a few others, but
when people come to this gallery on their way in the Blue Mountains, if it's raining, if it's foggy, they won't see much. They come here first, they get a good, not only of the mountains, but they get a good feel of what's Australia about. And some of the unique hotels in Katoomba now bring their VIP people here for, it's 1 hour from the airport. They stop here for morning tea, look at the gallery, and by the time they get to Katoomba, to their place of residence, they just feel they know about Australia, they feel part of it, the soul of Australia.
Jim, you and I have talked about the theme that you've approached your entire life around, the way you run your life. Could you just elaborate on that for those who are watching this video?
Well, many years ago when I was a butcher, an apprentice, I was asked a couple of questions by a very wise man, but the one that hit me the most was the person that knows how to do a job will always be employed. The person that knows why will always be the leader.
Yes.
And that served me well. And the next part, it's a theme really, the next part is every time you make a decision, no matter what it is, little ones, big ones, put your hand up in the air and say, that's my goal. And say, if I make this decision, is it going to help me reach that goal or fall short of it? And then you've got the big decision is, who are you going to follow? What is your goal? And so I decided that in my life, Christ is the leader of my life. And that's the standard. He says every human being is infinite, all made after his image, and so no matter who you are or your success in life or your pain in life, we're all equal under those rules.
Well, Jim Aitken, you are testimony to a successful life. Many of us here know of the work you've done helping a lot of people in the local community. If you're visiting Sydney, if you're coming up to the Blue Mountains, make sure you stop. It's the first little shop or hamlet on the left-hand side. It's called Glenbrook, and have a look at Jim Aitken's panorama. Jim Aitken, thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.